Oh my God, it is beautiful outside. I had no idea it was this nice. It is very fluctuating weather here in Texas. It's not quite as bad as Tennessee. Tennessee had that saying, if you don't like the weather, wait a couple days. Um, Pretty much, as a California boy growing up, we had 9 months of sunny and 3 months of rain. And so I wasn't really used to like unpredictable weather patterns until I moved out east. And it is interesting how that affects the culture. Anyways, I didn't really want to do small talk and talk about the climate or things like that. But I actually got inspiration for this because there's always a huge confusion about introverted and extroverted because people they want to talk about energy levels. They want to talk about, oh, I don't like people or I do like people. And none of this has anything to do with really it. I always try to focus on initiating and responding. And I got some inspiration from my INTP friend James Lee in the CS Joseph group. He made a really, really good point that I want to point out to help people out to figure out this. Because here's another key factor between responding and initiating. And it also doesn't necessarily have to do with informative or direct either, because all extroverts like to inform others about information. They want to keep them in the know. And so an extrovert will be like, hey, don't forget you have that appointment tomorrow, or remember Susie's recital or whatever is tomorrow, things like that. So you're going to initiate and to keep others in the know. And so they will typically be the initiators of gossip. They'll initiate, conversations about different things. Oh, did you hear about this? Did you read this article? Things like that. And responding types are expecting others to keep them informed. Okay? And so this could be interesting if you're in a relationship with the responding type and you don't want to give them information about what you're doing, what you're going to do, what's going on in the household, what the kids are doing, things like that. Responding people are expecting you to inform them. Okay, because they're not really going to ask questions. I mean, some TE users will, but for the most part, they expect in their relationship that the extrovert they're married to or they're with is going to inform them of what they need to know. And so this can be kind of interesting when you have relationships, and this is actually a very common marriage I've seen is ISFJ, ISFP, which is a silver pairing, and both of those are background responding types. And so some major frustrations they can run into is not communicating well enough because they're both waiting for the other to inform them. This is why, in all honesty, in my opinion, extrovert is a better relationship than introvert. Because typically speaking, it's just one person's going to have to fill that role all the time, and they're going to be the one exhausted, and the other one is not. And you could argue with extrovert that one's going to be always responding because one's going to dominate the conversation, typically speaking. But we can usually get by with that because we don't want to talk about everything all the time. And so you can think about it that way. So think about that way with initiating or responding. An extrovert is initiating their conversation. They like to keep other people in the know. They like to ask questions like, hey, did you hear about this? Did you hear about Iran or whatever, things like that. So you're going to initiate, you're going to keep other people in the informed. So you're going to tell them, hey, we're out of milk. You should get some more milk or whatever like that. You're initiating these conversations. You want to keep other people in the know. Responding types naturally want to be kept in the know. They want to be told what's going on. They don't want to find out. They want to be told. Okay, so both types want to know everything about the world, but they wanted to do it in very different ways. So I hope this helps about responding and initiating.